Pretty Fit is powered by Revia. Welcome to Pretty Fit,
the podcast by fitness partners who love a good challenge
and a good laugh.
We'll try anything and share how we got there because
we're not elite.
We're definitely not pros.
But we are pretty fit. Happy New Year!
Christmas, New Year's, it's all gone.
How are you feeling?
I'm still back in 2025.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't moved forward yet.
That's all right. We'll get into 2026 together, one step at a time. And guess what? It is Monday, the 12th of January. So that means that there are a number of you who are starting the first ever Revia Challenge, 26 till it sticks. And if that's you listening right now, good luck, girl. I'll see you on the other side.
Woo.
And if you haven't joined yet, you still have time. So
jump on board. It'll be fun.
4 weeks, 4 workouts a week, goal setting. The Facebook group is alive and running, and yeah, I'm excited for the girlies.
Today, we're going to run through our Christmas and our New Year's, what events we've got coming up for the year, our intentions and our goal setting, and then we're just also going to run through a little bit of a goal setting in the cool down.
Yeah. You know, goal setting can be really an individual experience, but I think we're pretty good at setting goals. So we'll share our tips and tricks on how to
habits.
How to set goals for 2026, and hopefully you come away from this episode feeling super motivated and excited and inspired
and
for
not overwhelmed.
So first up, Rex and Rubbish. First recommendation of 2026.
My first recommendation, which is quite fitting for this episode, but it was actually a podcast that I just listened to by Stephen Bartlett and Chris Williamson, the Diary of a CEO, and it was about just going into 2026 and goal setting and intentions, and that it doesn't have to be so big. Like everyone comes into the new year thinking that it's just like, oh my God, and gets so overwhelmed, and why everything always fails in like the first week or month of 2026. The only thing is though, the podcasts go for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, no.
But I walk every morning, so it's good to put in the ears and just listen to. So I highly recommend it. That
I have switched my recommendation. I'll still recommend that later, but I'm going to actually transfer it to an audiobook I started listening to at the beginning of this week, and I'm almost through it. It's a really quick audiobook listen, but it's called Soundtracks by John Acuff. I'm probably butchering his name, but it's a surprising solution to overthinking, and it's been a really easy listen, but also has I'm a person that loves to listen to stories and analogies and then get the lesson from that. And it's basically the concept that we are in the driver's seat of putting the soundtrack on for our own life, and how we don't have to be listening to the radio. We don't have to just not have control over the perception of our life. And it has so many amazing story times, and I've been eating it up. I've just been listening to it nonstop, and I'm loving it. I'm probably 3/4 of the way through, but just so many little tidbits that might be really timely reminders for you if you're getting in your head about something, or imposter syndrome, sabotaging joy, feeling shame about things. He touches on so many topics that I've just been oh my God, yes. And it's completely helped me start the note of the year on a positive foot.
And the little reminders that you need. Love that.
It's
Thanks
really
for that,
good.
Rex,
You need
because
to
I will
listen
be
to it.
absolutely
I'm going to
jumping on
recommend
that.
it to Clay as well, because I'm we're both over love and overthink. So going to recommend that. What about Rubbish?
Right. It's not really that, but it's something like Prosecco. I'm a Prosecco girl. Love Prosecco. The Prosecco in the cans.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the only reason I really like them is because they're so convenient.
And you can just have a little one. But I mean, in comparison to drinking it out of the bottle, you can't go bottle then can.
No.
Yeah.
We found that out over my birthday. Okay, my rubbish is I struggle every week to come to you with rubbish, and I think I know why.
Tell us. Please explain.
So I watched it happen and unfold over Christmas break, and I was like, see, this is why I struggle with it. So I'm consuming TikTok at this point, and I see probably Australia's top 3 influencers talk about a business and absolutely fry it, and the business happens to be like one of my very close friends' businesses, and this influencer just basically like kind of shits on this business, and I was just like, it's kind of like duty of care when you have a following, or like I can't detach myself from like thinking of the outcome of like shitting on a business or like saying I don't like something. And I think that's where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to say, because what doesn't work for me might work for someone else.
But I think that's the whole like thing of the rubbish. Like, I mean, it can be something so stupid.
Yeah, my next one's stupid. I've found a way to not
But
shit
yeah,
on a business.
I completely understand.
Yeah, like there's so many things in the week that I'm like, oh, that's not for me. But
you don't want to,
no.
Yeah. I mean, Prosecco in a can, like it can be multiple brands.
Yeah, true. That's vague.
But yeah, no, I definitely, that was harsh seeing that.
Yeah.
I think people need to be careful in how they use their. Yeah.
And I'm like, that was so careless. That's like someone's livelihood.
Yeah.
And you have so much power, and ouch.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I've seen it happen multiple times. I've been in this space for so long, and I think I just see the other side of it, of that business owner just being absolutely crushed.
Christmas. We had our first Christmas together.
We did. It was so fun.
It was amazing.
My children were absolutely spoilt by Mrs. Claus over here. We had delicious food. Shout out to Lou. Absolutely delicious spread. And we felt so welcome, and then we played heaps of games, and you'd be so surprised to learn who won, guys. It was Paige.
Winner, chicken dinner.
She also had a lot to do with the point scoring system.
Oh, no, I was adding them up. Mum, she was the judge because we were all in teams.
Games master, but
she couldn't add up.
I think I just at some point I just stepped back a bit and thought,
I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you can't have those points and those points. So then I was the calculator.
Yes, and the winner.
But I was using my calculator.
Yeah, I've seen your maths before.
But yeah, no, that was fun.
It was so much fun. What was your best present that you received over Christmas?
I actually did very well this Christmas. Mum surprised me.
Yeah, because you absolutely grilled her.
One of her presents I'm actually going to use in my next recommendation, so I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
But would have been my 2. My little evil eye ring from you, which we have matching, and my GHD blowout brush.
Oh, yes. You're still rating that?
Yep.
Oh, that's good. I was
2
waiting
in
to
1.
hear
It's like an actual blow dry, like a hair dryer, and it blows. Yeah. It's very. Nice. I need more practice in it, but yeah. What about you?
I really like, the girls got me a YSL, or girls and Clay got me a YSL charm, and it's really it's just nice to have something cute and pink.
Yeah.
Like,
it's very you.
Very me.
Yeah.
It was also my birthday. I turned 35, guys.
Mid-30s. Happy birthday. What'd you do?
The most wholesome birthday on actual New Year's Day, and we just had like really good beach day, and then followed by lounging by the pool and then movie, because we were just so like worn out from the beach. So it was so nice, and I got to read a bit. And then on the 2nd, Clay and Paige had organised a surprise for me. And let me tell you something, I will never let them do it again, because they trolled me so much in the lead up, and they were just dropping all these random things. And Paige was like, don't forget your flats and your togs. And then like Clay was like, oh yeah, we're going to the surf club. And I was just like, what the hell? And then I get in the car and I'm like, we really are heading towards Nobby Surf Club, so that's random. And I don't know, I saw Lockie and I was like, okay, like we are going to surf club, must be like a private room or something. And then he was real nervous. That was so funny. And then we walked around the corner, and Paige and Clay had organised a epic party bus, and it was just like,
it was so much fun.
What is it about being a confined moving bus,
drinking alcohol with music and like
not having your seat, like it's just like
woo, every time we go over a bump.
It was the time of our lives. Even when the guy was like, you've got me for 2 hours, I was like, holy shit, that's a long time. Like,
it went quickly.
By so quick. We had the best time.
I was like, we don't want to get off.
And then we went to Siblings for lunch, and then we went to a couple of places afterwards. What's that
Yeah.
place called? It's Kira
The Kira Beach Hotel.
Beach Hotel, then the PAV. 12 hours later. That's done for the year though.
We walked up over to the Kira Beach House, and then all of a sudden she's like, "We're going to the PAV," and I was like, "You really want to?" She's like, "It's my birthday. I never get to go to the PAV." I was like, "Okay." You pulled that a lot that night.
Well, it was my
It's
birthday.
my birthday. No, it's true.
fun.
I love birthdays. It's only your birthday once a year.
Yeah. And I don't know. I felt like it was I don't know why, but I guess it's halfway. I'm like, 35.
Halfway.
Not till death. I mean, it was like a mini milestone. Like 30, 35, 40.
Oh. Wow. I was like, girl, we live into it. Nanny.
Okay, so let's chat about races we have on for the year or events that we have on for the year.
I'll be first because I'll be quick.
Fitness side of things first. What have you got planned for your year, Paigey?
In terms of fitness, I've really only got sort of like one actual event on this year. And the Noosa Half Marathon, which is in like May. Have to double check the date of that. But yeah, I'm not really going to be doing too many events this year. I just want to do some travel and just enjoy fitness and yeah, just see what I can do with the half marathon. I'm not actually going for any time or anything like that. And then yeah, possibly do like a trail run with you at some point.
Yeah.
Whether it's
That'd
like
be fun.
whether we just do like a big trail run ourselves or whether we do an event if it aligns with sort of like more of the end of the year. And actually, sorry, that's the only fitness event that I'll be entering. But I also am hype girling to all of yours. So please share yours.
Okay, well, I've got High Rocks in Brisbane in April.
Fun.
So that is going to be a mixed doubles with clay. Got tickets to that after getting 101 last year, so we wanted to crack that sub 60 maybe. So that's in April, and then in May I'm going to jump into the Noosa Half Marathon. Neither of us have tickets yet, so
But
we will get them.
Yeah,
they
we will
land
get
in our
them.
hands. I'm tossing and turning between. I just love a half marathon. So if the Gold Coast Marathon shows itself a little opportunity, I will jump in because I just love them. And then, yes, would love to do another High Rocks towards the end of the year, possibly swapping out Melbourne for Sydney just for timing wise. Like it's such a
It's really hard, yeah.
stressful time to like travel to Melbourne in December, but it is so much fun.
I know, like yeah. I mean, the Sydney, you had heaps of fun at the Sydney last year though, didn't you?
But that is also sometimes at the same time as the Gold Coast Marathon. So I'm like tossing up between that.
Was.
And then a trail run. We really want to do a trail run just because it's completely like it's foreign to us.
Off grid.
And it'll also just be funny, I think.
Yeah.
I think we're both I'm pretty bad at direction and like I don't know.
I've only done one actually last year. I jumped in with some boys and we just did a local one in Currumbin. And I reckon if one more person stacked it, I would have peed my pants. Like it was so funny. And like the stacks that you have are just like completely out of like, because you could just step on one rock and it falls or like, it'll be very entertaining. We'll definitely bring you along for that one.
We'll just do an episode and we're just like falling.
Literally.
That'll be so fun. So those are the races that I have for this year. I mean, I've decided that I'm definitely like half marathon distance is like the max I want to go consistently throughout the year.
Yeah.
And High Rocks hybrid training is just my favorite.
Yeah.
I feel so alive when I do them. So
and
so
like,
excited.
yeah, I feel like you're just fully in your like progression as well in High Rocks. Like, you and Clay will do amazing.
We'll
You'll
see.
have to start training together.
Yeah, actually. Okay, trips. Are you sharing any of the trips you've got planned? Because I've got one major one planned. We are going to Japan in April.
That'll be fun.
So excited. It's our first trip to Japan ever for Clay and I, and obviously for the girls. So we're so excited to experience Japan. Or actually, if anyone's been to Japan and has recommendations, but I have a specific recommendation that I haven't seen talked about anywhere yet, and it's gym and training in Japan. I don't obviously want to keep like training every day, but I would love if there's any recommendations for like a one-off fitness class or like a Globo gym that you went to that was fun, a run club. I would join like a little run club for a run. That would be so fun to experience. So if you have any recommendations on movement in Japan, Tokyo, in Osaka or Kyoto, please let me know.
There definitely was a run. I saw a run club in the big park in Tokyo. They were so fast.
Maybe don't.
Like, but I think it was like a Saturday or something. So I reckon it would have been like an actual like track people or something. I like fast people, but I was like, wow.
Well, that's what people say about us when they come to the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Anyway, where are you heading this year?
I haven't really got anything set in stone, but I was actually just looking before we came.
What's your wish list then?
And I literally booked it, but I was like, oh, I'll just wait. Heading to Europe. Lockie is doing like his racing season over there this year. So in July I was going to go over for like 2 weeks, and I have so many frequent flyer points.
Yeah.
So even on my vision board last year, I was like, I really want to do a business class flight. And I have more than enough points to get me one.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
I'm so excited. But that's all that I've really got planned for this year.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I'm always a last minute gal, so trips always come up for me. So
there you go.
Yes.
All right. I also have a milestone moment this year because Lexi will be 10.
Holy double digits,
which is really crazy.
Wow.
For like, I don't know, I feel like it's just such a special birthday.
How so what year in school?
She'll be in year 5. Yeah. And then it's year 6 and then she'll be in high school. So adult, basically.
Teen mum.
That's not what that means.
Teenager mum.
Let's get into more so what we have learned from 2025, what we're leaving in 2025, and then things that we want to take into 2026, and then we're going to share our word of the year.
Ooh.
So what is something that you learned from 2025 that you're leaving there?
My mentality on rest and doing less.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, and I still do struggle too, but last year for me, or even like multiple years, I've just every year gone into the new year just like a bull.
Mm-hmm.
So I think rest is definitely important, and I don't know whether it's like you get older as well and just become more wise.
Yeah.
That less is not best, and
that less is not best.
Wait, sorry, what's the saying? Less is best. Less is best. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Less is best. That's probably my main thing that I'm coming into 2026. So, overdoing it really.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of like going forward, like my intentions for 2026, I'm going to use it really my hormonal health and mental health. It's just going to be a year of that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
prioritizing that.
Yeah. Even like thinking about all of the events and stuff like that. I'm like all of these things that I'm like, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. And like thinking that it'll just make me feel better, or like I'll reach that goal and I'll feel accomplished, or I'll get that thing and I'll feel accomplished. Whereas like I've done those things last year and I just wasn't feeling that at all. So I'm like, I think I need to just get the small things back mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just like my hormones and stuff like that, like period's still irregular, which is clearly not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So just focus more on inner health this year.
Yeah, I love that.
What about you?
So the things that I've learned from 2025, it's so funny. My first note is that things are always going to be harder than you think, lol.
Lol.
Because they were like, when I set out to do the task of like building an app, I was like, I've done hard things before. I've built businesses before. I'm like, you know, I'm not afraid of hard work, like all of that. It's just like things can always just throw you for six and you just think you're prepared and then you're like, oh my gosh. And like I was having a conversation with a business owner the other day and he was just like, everything is hard in business. Like, and it just was it's not profound, it's not groundbreaking, but it's validating in that like so many people who start businesses, it is just so challenging that it will test you. And that's why not everyone has a business or a successful business, is because it's going to literally make you question everything. And then you have to see if you can come out the other side. So that's one of the things that I learned of 2025 is like, I think I'm done starting businesses. Like this is literally it.
Wait, you heard it here first, guys.
You're going to flash back to me in 2027. So I'm starting a new business. No, literally no.
On that though, how you said like obviously like hard, everything like business is hard and all that kind of stuff. You look back now though and like 2025, although it was a very hard year and even business being hard, you reflect on it and you're like, but look where I am now. And like, look how much you progress from those hard things.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's the fact that it is all up and running now. We have a podcast.
Yes.
I have an e-com brand with Elite Estate. I've got an app. Like it has completely paid off in ways that I'm like so thankful for, that they're all established. But I think the thing is I'm so excited for 2026
to reap
because
those rewards.
I'm not in build mode anymore. I'm in nurture mode and that's so much more manageable now that the foundation is established. So things I want to take to 2026 is hard work does pay off and nurture versus build is a very exciting.
Love that.
Next chapter for me.
Yeah.
Other things that I want to bring into 2026 is the reminder that if you aren't having fun, you're doing something wrong. So like throughout all of the hustle and the hard work that I was doing last year, I was definitely making sure that there was something in my day that was fun. And even within business, the podcast is my fun.
This is so much fun.
And in fitness, if my training isn't fun, doing it wrong. Like not all the time. There's obviously hard work ingrained into it, but do something that just lights you up for the fun of it. Like not everything has to have a purpose or like the end goal.
Yeah.
Like the journey is so important. Another thing I had in 2026 is stepping into leadership and nurturing versus hustling and burnout. And then that success doesn't have a direct correlation to worthiness, which I feel like is a reminder every year to me. Like, it's kind of aligned with what you were saying with like productivity, getting shit done doesn't mean that you're better or you're like more successful.
I think yes, and like coming towards the back end of 2025, there has been so many moments in my head where success has been so questionable. Really now starting to think, I think I am changing my perception of what success is because like at the end of the day, I feel like so many of us chase the money side of success.
Yeah.
And then it's like you start to think about it. You'd rather be happy and having fun.
Okay, I have that with social. So I think sometimes my definition of social success or like friendships and everything, I think I like want what other people want. Like, so I think the average person wants in friendships and social circles is like a lot, right? They like want like maybe like 10 or 12 friends that are like they see all the time. And then I think maybe I should want that. But then I've recognized I don't actually like, I love my friends. I love my gym community, but I feel very satisfied with like a very small group of people. I'm an introvert, I think I'm realizing. Reading, I feel very fulfilled by my pool, reading with my kids, with my husband, bestie, see my gym friends like once in the morning. And I kind of feel like that was my learning of like
at the end of
what redefining the success of a social circle. Yeah. And I still feel embarrassed about it. Like I can sense now I'm like, I should want that. Or there's something wrong with me to not want that.
One, I think that definitely comes with age. Like you realize
Yeah.
that as you get older. But I also think that comes from upbringings as well. Like how your upbringing, it wasn't like you were always around a lot of people. You didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of those close, like,
Yeah.
whereas I grew up in a tiny town,
Yeah.
always surrounded by everybody that you know,
Yes.
type thing. So
Yeah.
it's like I have never wanted a lot of friends type.
Oh,
like,
okay.
So like I would appreciate like a closer type, close knit. So I reckon that comes a bit from that.
Yeah.
So I 100% would not be, no, that's great. Because then like you're valuing smaller, deeper connections.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I find fulfilling. Whereas like
Yeah.
if I go into a group of people, sometimes I'm
And
like,
it's
I'm
20
so exhausted.
surface level, you're like, no.
And then I'm like, oh, I don't really feel that satisfied socially. Like my social battery just did not get charged at all. Whereas go for a walk with a girlfriend, go for coffee, like fuck yes.
You're having conversations that are in depth, in flow. Yeah.
Which, So here's to redefining what success in your dynamic looks like, and keep touching grass.
Keep touching grass. I love that.
I think,
that's
from like just having to be online so much, is like put the shit down, go outside, look at the skyline, go for a walk, be in nature. I mean, that's super non-groundbreaking again. But
100%.
Like, okay, word of the year?
My word of the year this year is flow.
Yes,
love that. It's going to be the year of the flow, stepping also into my feminine and just like surrendering to saying no, or like taking time for myself, or like having more than one rest day. Changing up like different things in fitness, not being so like structured. Like I love my structure and I love my routine and everything, but I want to be okay if something comes up and like
let it go.
Literally. So yeah, I just want to be in flow this year. What about you?
Well, I was gonna say something like intentional, which I'm like, that's just so typical for me, and I don't think I do anything non-intentionally. So I was like, no, it's more so like my word I think is going to be integrate, because I feel like I'm very black and white with the things that I want, and how like, okay, well, I'm here, I want to be present here. Like I think that I struggle sometimes with integrating the two. So like, for example, right now it's school holidays and I'm trying to be at work, and I'm very like, if I'm at work, I want to be at work, and I'm trying to work with my team, and like I get distracted so easily, and that's part of being like neurodivergent as well. Like I do get easily distracted, and that frustrates me, because if I'm at work, I want to be at work. If I'm at home, I want to be at home. But there's got to be, I think, more like crossover between the two, because that's just my reality. Like I've got kids and I've got work, so they do have to go hand in hand. Because that's not my strong suit.
Yeah,
like I struggle with that.
Yeah, like you feel bad if you have to run off from the kids, or you are very hard on yourself.
So
with
just
that.
like I have to embrace that. Like 100%. That is my life, and that's how my life will have to work forever, because I work for myself and I'm a business owner. So integration or integrate is my word of the year. Not having black or white expectations, and trying to be more graceful around integration of both things or multiple things at once.
Yep. Because you live in a 24/7 job.
Yeah,
really.
I really do. On that, let's talk about a hack I have, because I'm going to talk about a boundary I've set with my phone that has literally changed like so much of my experience with my phone in the last 7 days. And I know you have one too, but I did this from New Year's Day and I love it. So basically, I was thinking about how suffocating it can be, that the job that I have is around apps and artificial intelligence that is literally designed to hijack your attention. And I'm like, how the fuck am I meant to stay present and be intentional when I have to go on these apps to do my job, to find audio, to know what trends are, to communicate with someone that I'm trying to, a content creator or anything, right? And then I find myself on the phone being like, lol, that dog's so cute, or like
sending me multiple reels.
Yeah, oh my God, that's us, Paige. Like, oh my God. And I'm like, shit. So, and I was feeling like frustrated and like, I don't know, just frustrated. So I was like, how can I stop this? And I was reading about how when things are meant to design to hijack your attention, all you need sometimes is a little interruption of it. So like just like a prompt, hey, stop that. Like, what are you actually going in there for? So when you are so used to your home screen and you know exactly where your apps are, if you just switch up your order of things, it can actually make you pause and go, what am I actually going on for and why am I going on there? Because I know where, like previously I knew where my TikTok and my Instagram were and my Shopify were, and I would just like
there
go
has
on
been so many times where like we have finished a gym class or something and Rev's picked up her phone to show me a photo or show me something, and she's instantly gone into Instagram, checked a message or done a quick scroll, and I'm like,
isn't that gross?
Where are you at?
It's not gross because
no,
it's
but it's
literally
just
what
so used to it.
they are designed for, but it's not okay as well. Like, I don't want to live like that. And that's why it sucks so much, because like my job is that. So I'm like, okay, well, how do I draw the line? So the interruption is not just changing where they are, because that also really helped, but I've made a folder. So when you like can drag the apps into a folder, and I've labeled it, instead of like labeling it like do not touch this, blah, blah, because
it's like do not touch, and you're like, beep.
Yeah, it's like you're going to be on there. And that's I love it for other reasons as well, but I've labeled it intention. So like it prompts me like, what's your intention when you're opening this? So then I go, oh, okay, it's to find an audio, or it's I need to message that brand, or it just stops me, and it's so small, but it's literally in the last week since I've done it has helped me so much.
Wow. But also recognition, like kudos to you, the fact that like you're like, oh, this is becoming a problem that I'm but I love that.
Like
Where did you make that up yourself, or did you? Wow.
I was like, when I was reading about it, it was like,
that's a great recommendation.
Yeah, I was like, just change the order of it.
Because you will have to, even like, it actually annoys me. I don't put things in folders for a reason, because you have to double go into it.
Yes, it's just annoying. That's annoying. Right. That's perfect. What is your boundary that you've set for yourself?
Oh, phone.
Yes.
Yes. So, I mean, I finish work at like, could be anywhere between 5:30, 6:30, 7:30. And then I tried to get in bed as early as I can, because I get up early. So I used to have a do not disturb on my phone at 8 o'clock, but I mean, I honestly can't remember the last time I stayed true to that.
Yeah.
So I've now changed it to 7:30. So as soon as my do not disturb goes on, I'm off my phone, even like messages or anything. I'm like, if a client needs to message me, it's going to be there tomorrow. I'm not like a 24/7 call center.
Yeah.
But in terms of socials as well, like, I think we get so caught up in like, oh my God, I've missed out today. Like, but I'm like, what have I missed out on? Yeah. Like, I don't need to sit there for hours scrolling. Like, so if I haven't checked anything before 7:30, then that's just it. And my sleep has been so much better. Like, it's one of those of those things where you're like, oh my God, sorry. But we normally message each other like right up until we go to sleep. So I had to tell Rev the other day.
The other day, you've told me every day this week. Just so you know, I'm like, it's fine.
No, because you know what? I bet you there'd be one day where you'd be like, you didn't text me back last night.
No, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I'm going to sleep. But yes, okay, cool. That's some good boundaries.
Yeah.
Anything else that you're like trying to like, that's forefront of your mind at the moment for?
Well, I have also, so I've taken out that, and I have been journaling as well. Journaling and meditating.
Beautiful. Yeah, because towards the end of the year, you just stop doing that, and you're like, I need to do that.
Yeah, mentally, just like, as I said, focusing on my mental health.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely, it's on the rise.
All right, time for the cool down.
Well, yeah, speaking of that, we thought we'd give you some tips on how to actually goal set. So like, goal setting can be so overwhelming. It can be like a lot. You can write all these things down that you want to do or want to get out of the year, and then
you don't know where to start.
Yeah.
Like, so many people actually like, how do you even start?
Or big ones on there, they're like, they're like, oh yeah, I want to run a marathon.
Yeah.
But have never run
vague.
before.
That's right.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to break it down. The first thing we're going to touch on is why most goal setting doesn't work. So number one, the concept or the end goal or success was defined by someone else, not you. So sometimes we will lose the motivation because the goal of that you've set is influenced by someone else. It could be your boss, it could be your parents, it could be your best friend, like it could be
the socials that you're
yep,
scrolling along.
Yep, that you're like, oh, if I do that, and then somewhere along the way you kind of lose interest, you're not motivated, and that will come down to your why. Like, why did you set that goal? And it's like, well, if you unpack that can be
I think
the
before
reason.
you even write the goal down, you should be asking why.
Yes.
Yeah.
The next one we thought about was the goals you set are around fixing you and not redirecting you. So when we're goal setting, a lot of the time it's like, again, that's kind of like the place that it comes from. Like, is it coming from a place where it's like self-improvement and personal development, or is it coming from a place that's a little bit more self-deprecating or like mean girl?
Yeah, whether like someone said to you like, oh, you should go running. And
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, okay, maybe I want to do 5Ks. Like if that's not really,
Yeah.
if it's not putting you in the right direction or not aligning with you.
It doesn't feel right because it feels like it's coming from a mean place. And then the last one was the one that Paige talked on before, which is like too vague, too broad, and not specific enough. So for example, I want to travel. It's like where to, when, where, etc. So the way that we set goals that we've been doing for the last few years is 3 different steps. We've got reflect, define, and habit setting. And we're going to break it down into an example at the end. So number 1, I like to think of like when you sit down to do goals, it's like you're jumping on a plane and you're like, well, hang on a second. Before we decide where B is, we need to sit down and figure out where A is. Where are we starting from? What have we got in our luggage? What tools do we have? Which airport are we leaving from? Which gate are we leaving from? So it's like bit of a grounding exercise. What have I learned in the last 12 months? All of those sort of reflective prompts that you can generate with ChatGPT, or like there's so many workshops out there that can give you a bit of a idea of why you're setting goals and where you're at. And also just like journal dumping, emotionally putting all of your mindset, your thoughts, feelings onto paper can just be the best start to your reflection exercise.
Because even writing down stuff that you didn't like out of the year, like if there was certain things that didn't make you feel good or weren't aligned with you or you didn't like, you could then like look at your goals and be like, oh, actually, I don't think I want to take that on into 2026.
Yeah. So the journal prompts we have for that are:
what felt heavy and misaligned last year, and what lit you up and made you feel more aligned this year.
So then going into number 2, we've got defining your goals. So I liked the idea of like there's a couple of different, like there's so many different versions of goals, but outcome goals are more about the results of things, like the outcome of like what time it's going to be on a race, how much money you would like to make from your job. It's like more like numbers specific outcome versus identity goals. Identity goals is very similar to like your lifestyle. So like who you want to become as a person. And I think it's like, it's not right or wrong to do either. It's just depending on how you're feeling as a person. You might even have like a few, I guess, like if we broke down your goals page, like you're like someone that your identity goals is someone who's more in tune with their body and like then the outcome goal is like more rest.
Yes. So, well, yeah, like this year I'm focusing more of like feelings of things rather than things. So like, for instance, the feeling of what the half marathon's going to give me or accomplishment rather than the time. But then also I've set revenue goals for my business. So yeah, they both
a combination.
Yeah.
So yeah, get really definitive about the goals that you're setting. And I also really like to make sure that you break it down into categories. So relationships, business, lifestyle, which is all around like your sleep routine, what time you want to wake up,
nutrition,
nutrition,
sleep,
races, like friendships, all of those. Relationships does fall into like friendships, and setting at least like 1 to 2 per each category. So look at the themes in your life and set out those goals, 1 to 2 per theme.
There has also, like on that podcast that I was listening to, they did say with like the big goals that you shouldn't like 1 or 2. 1 or 2 big goals for the year
Yeah.
is really like all that you should sort of be focusing on.
Yeah. And also like if, say for example, like travel is a theme and that's not on your vision board, like you don't have to set goals for anything that doesn't feel aligned for you. Or it might come to you like might say, I want to travel, I just don't know where. It doesn't have to be set this month. It can be months down the track, something comes up and you're like, oh, I do, like that would really work for me. Okay, and the last one is habit setting, which I think is the major one that people don't do. I think a lot of people reflect. I think a lot of people set goals.
Write the goals down and then
that's
off they go.
Okay, so this is like when you set an actionable habit that you can integrate into your life right away, or weekly, quarterlies. So let's base it off someone who wants to run 10 kilometers. That is the outcome goal, and they want to improve their endurance. And the identity goal for that is someone who wants to train consistently and be more active in their body. So an example of after that goal is setting up yourself to do a daily bit of movement. So you could do like 10 to 20 minutes of mobility. You could sign up to a running app. You could invest in some vitamins, or you could make sure you got your new active wear, or like pull it out from the drawer the night before.
And then weekly, so look at your week and plan it out weekly, which Rev is amazing for this. On a Sunday, she normally like goes through and puts what she's training on what days. That way you're not like coming to the day and being like, oh, do I even have time for this? Or you've missed your workouts, comes to the end of the week. And so basically choosing out at the start of the week what days you're going to be choosing and a rough idea of what you'll be doing.
Yeah. And then lastly, quarterly, that's a really good sort of like zooming out way to reassess what your training schedule looks like based upon the events you've got coming up. So for example, I've known this whole time, like going into the first quarter of the year, I've got High Rocks in April. So I know that my block needs to change in February for that 12-week block to really kick in and to for the program to be completed.
You want to be smart about it too. I also did hear back, like, so the daily habits, they say if you set daily habits that try not to miss 2 days in a row. That after the 2 days, like it's okay that if you do miss one day, but if you're trying to do a new habit, try not to miss 2 days in a row.
Yeah, I love that. It's like it gives you like some human grace. Like, yep, you might miss a day, but then get back onto it.
Don't do it tomorrow.
And also like in quarterly, you might be able to reassess your goals. So say, for example, you've signed up to a marathon or like an ultra or a trail run, and you're getting closer to it and you're just finding like your training isn't aligned. That's not necessarily not getting a goal done. That's actually more impressive. That takes more strength and more self-awareness to go, this is not a goal that's lighting me up, doesn't feel aligned. I feel tired and I'm like sacrificing like way too much of my happiness to complete this goal. Reassess, like cancel the registration and redirect towards something else.
Yeah. Yep. And like you learn through that. Like nothing in life is a failure, just learning.
Yes, lessons.
Yeah, lessons.
All right.
Well, yeah, great.
Chatting away. We hope you learned something about goal setting, and we hope that we've given you some inspiration around what we learnt in 2025 and what we're hoping to do in 2026.
And hopefully the year of the horse is nice to you.
Yes. All right. We'll see you next time. We'll see you next time on Pretty Fit. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Pretty Fit is powered by Revia.